Aaron Rodgers' departure from Green Bay can be traced back to 2020, when contract talks with the Packers failed to reach an agreement. Rodgers had wanted an extension that would keep him as the starting quarterback for the Packers long term. However, the Packers wanted to move forward with a new direction, focused on rebuilding the team. This decision led to an impasse between Rodgers and the Packers management, resulting in the quarterback's eventual departure. Rodgers subsequently requested a trade from the organization, resulting in his eventual departure from Green Bay. Rodgers had grown unhappy with how the Packers organization was handling the team, such as the selection of Jordan Love in the 2020 NFL Draft. The selection of Love as a potential heir to Rodgers' spot as starting quarterback is believed to be the main catalyst that pushed Rodgers away from Green Bay. Rodgers had expressed his desire to remain with the Packers. However, the team's plans for the future traveled a different path. Instead of Rodgers continuing as the starter for the Packers, Love was projected to take his place even though he had no NFL experience. Rodgers' frustration with the lack of communication between himself and the team's management created tension between the two. It is believed that Rodgers was expecting the team to give him an extension, which would guarantee his spot as the starting quarterback for years to come. Instead, the Packers indicated that they would look to rebuild the team, moving on from Rodgers and instead focusing on Love. Unhappy with the prospect of leaving Green Bay, Rodgers requested a trade, leading the Packers to agree to his conditions. Prior to the 2021 NFL season, Rodgers had signed with the Los Angeles Rams, leaving the Packers after 15 years. Despite numerous attempts from the team to keep Rodgers, he eventually decided to leave Green Bay to pursue a different opportunity with the Rams. Rodgers also indicated that he wanted a team that could support him and his career, which the Packers were not willing to do. In Rodgers' final season with the Packers, he threw for 4,299 passing yards and 48 touchdowns, which was tied for second in the league. This led to Rodgers winning the MVP award for the third time in his career, leaving the Packers with a need for a new starting quarterback. Without Rodgers, the Packers have looked to rebuild their team as they attempt to create a more successful campaign. The team's support of Jordan Love as the quarterback in the 2021 NFL season is a sign of the team's desire to rebuild without Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers' departure from Green Bay was a result of both sides not being able to find a common agreement that would allow them to move forward. The Packers' unwillingness to provide Rodgers with the security of remaining as the starting quarterback for the long term was a key factor in his decision to leave. Rodgers had been with the team for 15 years, becoming one of the most successful quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. Without Rodgers, the Packers will now have to build a new identity and focus on remaining competitive in an increasingly crowded NFC. Despite the difficult ending to Rodgers' time with Green Bay, the organization will always be grateful for his successes over the years.